waiting because the gentleman who set up our website and done some is going to get some video of the show tonight. So we have something, snippets of which to present to the general populace to entice them to come back here to the beautiful Black Lung Room here at the gas pipe inn. I'm just kidding.
He's not.
No,
Black Lung.
I just hate it.
He called it the Black Lung.
The Black Lung. We used to be able to smoke in here. I almost brought my bone back.
Because those are used for tobacco only. You guys understand?
So we're gonna hold the start of the show, gentlemen. And we've got a wonderful kitchen here at the gas line. How many people are here for the first time tonight? You're here. The kitchen is the unsung star, the hero of the gas line inn, and they have fantastic food.
That they do.
Given with
I've had lots of it.
really crappy talent. I'm talking, of course, about VURN and myself. Not the performers that we're going to be featuring tonight.
Holy cow, no!
We've got a tremendous show for you, which will start in just a few minutes. Please, talk amongst yourself.
I'm sitting here, so I'm waiting. I got it. No,
People don't like to laugh at jokes. I don't know why this happens. I've never heard that one. But they sit there and laugh. If you tell them the same joke 3 hours later, they're going, no, we're not, of course not. I'm going to go see where everybody is.
What would you like to play?
By the way, for those of you who aren't here and have been here, please feel free to tell friends. It's a great thing to do for free on a Tuesday night. I promise you, you'll have a great time. That day, we'd like to thank you for supporting live comedy in the Indianapolis scene, which is really becoming a great place for comedians. We're open around clubs like this, and we're going to try to get this thing
No, they're back in the comedian's
a real place. It's not busy. I'd like to thank Gerry Gobel, our white man tonight, who will be your headliner later. Awesome. And if you know friends who are comics, or maybe this is something that you thought about doing, this is another great thing on Tuesday nights. audience. If you know someone who aspires to tell jokes to drunk people for a living, have them come on up and take a stab at it. And what I'll tell you is that everybody that you're going to see here tonight, it's whatever level we are, every one of us had the first night where we learned to tell jokes, and everybody hated every one of us. Believe it, this is nobody comes out and starts right out playing. But these are great rooms, and this is a great place and a great time to do just that. I think Jim Roberson actually, you can remember when he came in here, this was his first, his first place he ever told a joke, actually. He's doing really, really good now, Bob and Tom and everything, so that kind of thing happens. So I think that'd be cool. You could do that. Most of you probably called and said, what time's the show? We probably said, well, what time can you be here? And it's more of a gathering. This next song is in D minor, which is the saddest of all chords, of course. The song's so sad, it's pitiful. I don't really have a song that's like that chord. Sad Joe, why do you glow so? Why do you feel so low? Sad Joe, is there a reason you fear the ghost back in the rear? Is there a reason I don't know? Sad Joe, Sad Joe bought a bar, and everybody stopped drinking. He bought a bookstore, but everyone stopped thinking. Sad Joe, oh, we will miss you so. Nobody wants to know about you. Sad Joe. Cleaned that up in the cab when we were over here. It was, cab driver's name was Joe. It turns out the guy who owns the bar, his name is Joe. If anybody sees Munch, tell him he's welcome to come on up and start telling jokes at any time. I think we're all here. Always a flair for the dramatic. I don't know, he went to Petey.
That's what he did.
That could have happened. Because he's supposed to count down for the camera people. Man, they let anybody in up to. You know how you can always tell that there's a comic coming to the club, because someone else is driving. You just look at the passenger seat, that dude's a comic. Does anybody know, does the House lights legal down there? Is there a control on it? I mean, if we could take the House light, if they come down any lower at all, that would be great, because, well, I mean, look out here. We don't want to stare at this all night. Yeah, that's kind of better, right?
Let's close it up.
It's a gnarly bunch, and you know what I mean? It's all I can do to concentrate now, you know what I'm saying? He was saying, okay, that's working on. Is that, should I scoot over somebody? Yeah, no, you can put it in my face.
Oh, thank you.
You can put it in my face. I said face. You know what kind of music I hate? Country rap. Either one. Except for More Hanger. And MUNCHI. Everybody, don't look now. Here he comes, the one and only. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. Mickey, what's his name again? Mark Much. Fabulous University Munchie.
You're on fucking rough.
I don't know.
Hi.
They adjusted the light for us, and that's pretty awesome. So
Don't take what? Don't take
don't take apples from strangers. That's good advice.
Okay, how about watermelons?
Cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes, thank you. Thank you for filling in the butts. Very extremely
You
pleased.
know, here's the feeling I get. I get the feeling she's been in a comedy club before. Perhaps a comic noticed that she had big eyes, made a mention of it, and she knows what's going on. Okay.
I think you'd probably be one of the most successful murderers alive if you decided to, because no one would be able to describe your face. Some thought just occurred to me. I'm drinking Guinness tonight
That's good.
because it's a comedy show and we're here to hear jokes.
That's right. And boy, do we have a great lineup again this week. It was awesome last week, because this is just like way too cool again. It's technically an open mic, but all these guys know what they're doing. You know, we're the only ones that look stupid.
We attract talent.
That's what goes on, sure.
Sporadically. But we spasmodically, but we attract talent. Tell you the joke about the. No. How about the one like
That's not good either.
the guy goes to the. You remember that big highfalutin bar we went to?
Yeah, that one.
No, what was it? What's called 6 Over, whatever the hell.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
right out the radio. It's like it downplays itself. It's this fucking high tone bar. Pardon my French. It's this fucking high tone bar, and they sell Johnny Walker Blue Label. You know what Johnny Walker Blue Label is? 25-year-old aged in the keg whiskey. And this guy walks in, and there's this one guy hanging out at the bar, he's kind of leaning on the right, looks drunk. The guy walks in, he goes, I'd like a shot at the 25-year-old scotch. Bartender, nothing like our dear bartender, Ariana.
She's wonderful.
Tonight, tip her heavily, because she's got a big crack habit, you know, that's very expensive.
Ain't a bunch of people.
I'm just kidding.
She could probably rob a few banks too before they caught her.
This bartender in this joke, you know, he says, I'm going to make a couple bucks on this. You know, the difference between well scotch and this shit, you know. So I'm going to give this guy well scotch. Give him a shot of well scotch. It takes a seat. You must have misunderstood. I asked for 25-year-old. You gave me well. I'm terribly sorry, sir. He goes back and takes it back again and goes, how delicate can his palate be? I'll give him some of the 12-year-old. I still make a couple bucks on it. He shoves it up front of this guy, the guy takes a sip of it, and goes, do this one more time, and I'm going to have speaks with your manager or your owner or somebody. Your job is going to be in my back pocket because I asked for 12-year-old, and I'm paying for 25-year-old, and you handed me 12-year-old. I'm terribly sorry, sir. It was a misunderstanding. So there was no misunderstanding. I don't want to hear any fucking excuses. Just bring me the fucking 25-year-old. So the guy pours him out a shot of 25-year-old. He takes a sip of it. Smile on his face. By this time, the drunk who was leaning on the bar comes in and goes, here's all this. He takes a shot glass. He shoves it over to the guy. He says, here, take a sip of this. Tell me what you think. The guy takes Jesus, that's piss. Drunk says, yeah, but how old am I?
All right. I owe you.
Yeah.
I should look like that. That's some bitch. Stupid asshole.
He paid us.
Yeah.
Now, how many, I gotta ask this, because this is something I did last night for the first freaking time, and I'm so sorry I did, because I think it scarred me forever. How many Honey Boo Boo fans do we have out here? Anybody? Nobody.
Good.
Thank goodness. Have you ever, how many people have seen this show? Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, that's good.
Somebody's seen this show? This is the lowest dregs of society that watch this show. I was almost ready to retire from entertainment. If you're watching that show, and there's this one, Honey Boo Boo, there's this fat little 3-year-old or whatever.
Just 6.
Alva Honey Boo Boo Thompson or whatever his name is, whatever her name is, and her stepmom or whatever the hell shit her name is, June, who's like Mrs. Dumpty. And she's got a face, she's an ugly woman. I mean, she's got to sneak up on a glass of water. You know what I mean? And she talks, I swear, hand to heart, I swear to God, she talks to the camera and they have subtitles. She's speaking English. She's like fucking a female Boom Howard. Have you seen this show?
No.
I'm talking to myself here.
Give me the dollar back, is fact, because I told you that shit wasn't funny either.
Yeah, I need something else. Give me a pen. Correct your jokes. Anyway, what do you want to do? You know, why don't we do it and get out of the way?
All right, this is true. This will save us some
We've got
time.
the guy that set up our website here tonight, and we'd like to do something on our own, you know, so we can put on the website, put up snippets and say that we're kind of funny.
Hopefully it's not this.
Well, we always have to ask this at one point in the show, and this would seem
Might as well do it now.
We got a little request that we'd like to make. This isn't a joke, it isn't a fake, but you see, we really got this pressing need. Has anybody got any need? Cause we're jumping like a mother and we're riding the bone. Can't get up the nation on the telephone. So let's repeat, if you missed the point, anybody from us a joint. Or 2 or 3. Has anybody got any pop? Flavor is the one thing we ain't got. Is it green stuff to grow with some seeds in the stem? Really need a shot of that vitamin here. We don't need no acid cause we're getting too old. Don't need no cocaine cause our hearts are exposed. What we really want all the others can. There's a little bit of Mary Jane. Has anybody got any pot? Reaper is one thing we ain't got. It's a green stuff that grows with some seeds in the stem. We really need a shot of that vitamin here. We don't need no pennies or bites or perks. Don't buy us drinks cause we'll act like jerks. What we really want y'all to take a look at this is anybody that maybe
Anything that maybe didn't
like a roach or 2 of their ashtrays.
something we don't care. I know it's Tuesday. You know,
Anybody.
it's not the weekend or we
A
expect
dime bag.
just anything you got. We're not, you know,
A tray.
some resin, out of a bong. We're just
Juice.
some bong water. We don't care. We're out is the problem.
You're at the gas line and you don't have fun.
Right. Sure. You crowded into a 40-seat comedy room to hear a couple old bastards tell jokes, and nobody's got weed.
Yes! The keeps on giving. We love the fatties.
To your waiter, she'll pass it us. I'll see her do it.
And pass it forward.
Somebody find us some bird.
We're talking herbal.
Somebody give us some weed.
We really mean it. We aren't kidding.
Somebody find us some pie.
We won't stop singing
Somebody get us some pie.
till you come off it.
Somebody
Wait, I'm on probation. Does anybody got any pride? Thank you. We're going to get the show started now. We're going to get the show started now with a very funny gentleman. Love him. You've seen him here at the Gaslight Inn. Clever as hell. Mr. Stephen Giles.
Hey, everybody.
Some people see the glass as half empty and others half full. I see it as just enough to wash down my antidepressants. So the snow stopped falling, now we've got rain and sun, and I don't know what it is, I always get depressed around this time. Was it 8:25? 8:30? I decided to write an ode, a little poem, if you will, about my favorite time of the year, now that the sun's coming back, winter time. It goes like this. April's rain gives my joints pain. May's flowers make my eyes itch. June's hot sun isn't much fun. By July, she's a real bitch. In August, it's hot, the bugs bite a lot. September, it still isn't over. October cools down, leaves fall to the ground. I can finally find peace in November. I'm just a wintertime kind of guy. So, like I said, the sun's coming back. Yeah, bitch. I know some of you are probably happy to see the sun again, but that's just because you forgot about what happened the last time you broke up. Now your nights have been long and lone and cold and dark, and you're thinking about how hot she used to be. Sooner or later, you're going to get burned. And if you don't have the right protection, those blisters are just going to come back. I don't care what Copernicus says, my world does not revolve around that bitch. You forgive me, I usually don't talk about women or sex on stage because, well, you write about what you know. I'm kind of a mess. My house is a mess, but I like to think one man's messy house is another man's burglar alarm system. You hear those empty cans hit the kitchen floor, I grab my broken futon leg and investigate. Somebody told me my problem is I don't take the initiative. Well, I'll be the last to admit that. You guys are catching what I'm pitching, all right? Mopping what I'm spilling. Smell what I'm cooking. Anybody repossessing what I'm failing to make payments on? It's the time of year everybody's joining the gym again. I tried that, didn't work out. Did you know all those exercise machines are manually operated? Rip-off. Somebody suggested a self-help book. I should look into self-help books. They're a contradiction. If you have the gumption to go out, select a self-help book, purchase it, take it home, unwrap it, cellophane, read its instructions, apply it to your lifestyle. Sounds like you already got your act together. You don't need a self-help book. That's my favorite joke. I don't care. That's what I'm saying is self-help books are like coffins. If you really need one, you're not going to be the person who buys it. Speaking of coffins, I don't know how else to go in this next bit. I'm uncomfortable at funerals because I never know what to say. Everyone wants to talk about how good the body looks. Have you seen him? Oh, he looks good. Please. Did you see him? They did a good job. He looks good. Well, if he looks so good, why isn't there a rigor mortis issue of GQ? I mean, sounds disturbing. I mean, it could be that I'm just jealous, you know. I mean, if you look, that embalmed husk looks so good, I can't get a date. You know, I'm bloated and smell weird. All right, I'm going to tell a story I told once before. I used to work for the sheriff's department. I'm done with that. But I thought I'd try it out. My job was to search the inmates after they got arrested and brought into the lockup. One night, this guy came in. He was a transsexual, gender cross. What is it called? It's when you're like, you dress up like a lady, but you're not a lady. And yeah, one of those. And he came in, and I had to strip search the guy, and I was very uncomfortable. But when he got down to his skivvies, he had this like, it wasn't a baby's arm, it was like a blue ribbon eggplant, just kind of hanging like a summer sauce, like a $5 foot. I don't know why I'm using things that go in my mouth to describe this. But it was big. And the Irishman in me was a little intimidated. But I walked away from that situation confident because I knew no matter how jealous I was of his penis, he wanted my breasts even more. This is just a bunch of, I don't even know what this is anymore. I thought I'd read some things down. I don't know where I'm at. I'm so sorry. I'm at the gaslight. This place is great. I love it here. I don't know. I feel comfortable here, you know, like have food I like, drinks I like. I can fit in. I can't fit in. There's some places I can't fit in. Like they have Gen Con. I've heard of Gen Con. It's like a bunch of nerds that dress up and stuff and play games. I'm kind of a dork, you know, but I don't fit in there either. But right the same weekend they have Gen Con, they have the biker rally. Did you know that? It's half a block away, the biker rally and Gen Con. It's like a high school cafeteria. You got the nerds on one side and all the tough dudes on the other. The only common denominator are overweight white women, people in uncomfortable leather outfits. I still can't fit in. Sorry, you guys. It's just, I love this rain. It puts me off. Okay. Well, I thought I'd take a shot at writing some Hallmark cards. You know, change my profession, but they didn't. They rejected my suggestion. Would you like to hear some of my? Sure. You guys judge for yourself. Here's one for sympathy. This card entitles sender to forego any awkward visits with you while you are in pain. Sincerely. Here's one for thinking of you. When you finally decide to lift that restraining order, just leave a note for me in your garbage. I'll find it. Arbor Day was empty, and I thought that was funny and ironic. Arbor Day, it's like, never mind. I didn't write one for Mother's Day because, well, nothing would be good enough. All right, you guys have been very nice to me here, and I appreciate it. Well, I feel pretty comfortable with this crowd, and I thought maybe I'd try a little song. Is that okay? Okay, I don't have any music or anything, so I'll just sing it. It's It's called the bipolar blues. It goes something like this. I got the blues, the bipolar blues. They're the bluest of blues, but only half the time. I get the blues, the what can I do's when life seems to have a reason, but appears to have no rhyme. Some days I wake up and I'm on cloud nine. You ask me how do I do, I'm standing and fine. Life's daily chores, they come as easy as pie. I got my chin sticking up, but it won't be long till I get the blues. They're the blues of blues, but only half the time. I get the blues, so what can I do when life seems to have a reason, but appears to have no rhyme. Some days I wake up, don't want to get out of bed. Wished I never was born, wishing that I was dead. All day long, things just don't seem right. Could be a bright, warm day, feels like a cold, dark night. When you got the blues, the bipolar blues, and the blues, the blues. You know what I do in life with me lemons? I take those lemons, I squeeze the juice out into a cup, I find myself a friend, family member, loved one, a stranger, and I say, here, try this fresh squeezed lemonade I just made. They take a drink and I look at that sour pucker lip expression on their face. And I just laugh. Oh, because laughter is the best medicine. Especially when you got the blues. Listen up, little brother, I've been in those shoes. No matter which path you take, no matter which way you choose, keep on keeping on and you will never lose. Against the up and down, manic depressive, clinically diagnosed with anger management issues, medicated or unmedicated, low down dirty, bipolar blues. So, it doesn't help my situation by reading the news or listening to the radio. It makes me depressed. I just don't understand it. There's this PSA on the radio for Washington Street. You guys heard it? On the radio? I am Washington Street. I love Indianapolis. This is how it goes. I am Washington Street. I wind past theaters and museums. I go around Victory Field where the bat sends the ball flying back, back, back. I am Washington Street. Well, I live in Washington and Emerson. And more realistic PSA might sound something like this. Hey, baby! I'm East Washington Street. I go past nail salons and foreclosed properties and loose rock wires. I walk around the South and the world where everybody's smoking crack, crack, crack. I am East Washington Street. Now me. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks for coming.
The guests, I'd like you to come. It's absolutely free. I don't know what you pay to get in here. Probably nothing. Getting about a $15 show. I'm going to tell you this continuing right now. Brian, you ready? Okay. I don't want to give you a long way to go because you're not going to clap very long when I say your name. Many times, you get to know people after a while. You know, they're just around all the time. They're comedy for a lot of years. This is one of those guys who's been with me. He's a great friend and a great friend, and a big round of applause for Ryan here, everybody.
You guys have a good night tonight. I just found out today some bad news that my name really actually isn't Ryan, that my parents were just huge Beatles fans. I've got a older brother now named Jude, older sister named Lucy. Turns out by the time they had me, they just settled for Don't Let Me Down. I did recently finish an 8-year college degree, though. My parents never thought I would do it. And my dad, after I got my diploma, he came up and he was like, "I'm so proud of you, son. I always imagined you go into an Ivy League school, but why did you have to waste all my money at Ivy Tech?" It cost me roughly 30 grand for an Ivy Tech degree, which is sad. I finally got it and qualified to work at any fast food restaurant in the city. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can tell this by my appearance. I am single, but I did have a girlfriend once. We were living together and everything. Well, I thought she was the one, so I came home from out of town early, caught her in bed with my best friend. Immediately told her to get her stuff, get out, took him, got him neutered. Now he's no longer allowed on any of the No, I love him a lot. Let's see. Do you guys drink? Anyone else in here have a drinking problem?
Yeah.
Yes. I seen her videotaping this. I'm currently going through a 12-step program right now. I've got a sponsor and everything. And I'd like to, step 8 clearly says that once you conquer steps 1 through 7, you're supposed to make amends and apologize to people you can. My mom couldn't make it, so I'd like to apologize to her for skipping steps 1 through 7 because I probably won't ever quit drinking. Let's see. Are you guys ready for the camping weather? Has anybody ever seen the show Man, Woman, Wild? It's the Survivor Man. It's kind of the same concept, but it's a husband and wife. They go and show you how to survive in different survival situations. I like it, but it's got me second guessing if I ever got stranded with my wife, because I was under the assumption before you worried about food, water, or shelter, you're supposed to kill whoever's complaining about how you got lost in the first place. That's wrong with me. Let's see. Try this real quick. I'm sorry. Not that there's anything wrong with me. Have you guys ever seen the driving and texting and driving PSA? It's where it's some poor old mom and she's reading her son's last text message. It's like, "Hey, I hope I never die texting and driving." So I can picture my mom reading my last text message. It's like, "Dear Alexis, I saw your back page ad and I was just wondering, is that massage nude or?" So hopefully I will quit texting and driving. Or give up prostitutes, I'm not sure. Do you guys do any walks for causes? I really enjoy those because not only you get a little exercise, you get a free t-shirt. Coming up this Monday, I've always suffered from depression and anxiety, so I signed up for the 5K walk to stomp out depression. I'm trying to imagine having a good weekend because just the thought of all that walking is just depressing. My true story, my uncle, he suffers from Parkinson's, went missing about 3 months ago. We have no idea where he's at. Rick Lyon, if anybody's seen him, let me know. But in honor of him, I signed up for the Parkinson's Day, or the Parkinson's Walk coming up. I've heard it's more like a dance, so I'm kind of looking for And my grandma, God rest her soul, she had Alzheimer's. So every year I always sign up for it. I always pay my dues. I always get my T-shirt and registration pack in the mail for the 5K for Alzheimer's, but then I just always forget to show up in her honor. All right, I'll go ahead and leave you guys with a quick little joke about one of my heroes because this looks like a healthy crowd, like everyone here eats well. But you guys know who Jared is from Subway?
Yes.
Boyhood idol of mine, always from rags to riches. But I guess he's currently going through a divorce right now. I'm not sure if you've heard. Hearing his wife calling his mouth on a foot long. To add insult to injury, though, he's actually being fired too because he's only allowed to do promotional materials. Apparently, he was caught in a Northwest Indiana store with his hand in a dishwasher. Turns out not only was the dishwasher underage, but Hoosier was also in the movie. Well, thank you very much, guys. I was very embarrassed. We're the show.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. very much. You know, I was sitting there talking on Market Street with a friend earlier on. Told me she had been to a comedy show at Crackers. And there was this guy, I'm not going to do his bit or anything. She didn't mention his name, so I don't know who I'm stealing from if I did. He's talking about, if I'm not mistaken, when he was having sex with her, she's just talking to me dirty. He's, you know, like, how do I do that? You fucking whore. How do you do that? You know, or something like that. Pardon me. I think she said something like that. And it sparked an old memory that I have repressed for some time about my one, I'm not even going to say this because this might appear somewhere, one of my ex-wives. Could have been three. Could have been any one of the three. And I'm not kidding. Hand to heart, whichever works for you, insisted that when we were having sex, at the moment of climax, I talked to her like Jerry Lewis. I am not kidding. I have to sit there and go, oh, I'm coming! Oh, when you put the milk in the friggin' night, yeah. Used to turn this crazy bitch on working. Oh, Dean! I need some help. The author of that brilliant laugh is going to be our next performer tonight. She is a very dear friend of the VURN and MUNCHI show. She's done several wonderful shows for us. We're always happy to see her here at the Gaslight Inn. Please welcome the very funny Jeanette Parrott.
I'm so excited to be here, and the drunk lady's not here, so you get to hear a little more of my set now. Most of you who are here, there was this little lady sitting right here, and she was like helping the whole time. Yeah, it was great. She was like, "You're doing great, you're beautiful." And I was like, "Where were you when I was in high school?" That makes sense. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here. Let's see. I just read this weird fact that smoking is the leading cause of bladder cancer. And I was just stunned that many people don't know how to smoke a cigarette. Weird. So I live on the south side of Minneapolis, like far south, almost in Greenwood, and nobody warned me what to expect when I moved there. I get down there, it is the only place I've ever lived that has a crosswalk connecting the library to the liquor store. Yeah. I think those trips should be separate, but it explains all the beer tabs and children's books. I volunteered for a children's story hour. These 3 kids come in, and I'm like, look at us, 4 unemployed Mexicans. That's awesome. Now let's hold hands while we cross the street. So yeah, but it was great. This little kid was adorable. He's like, well, that was it up, and she had boobies, and she named one Clifford. Oh, look, the beer tab. Southside is also the first place I encountered an 8-year-old bigot. Yeah. I held the door open for this little boy and kept saying thank you like he should when he does his mom under his breath. I don't talk to Mexicans. You? You? You can tell I'm Mexican. I finally got a tan this year. I'm the palest Mexican ever. And I can tell that it's been a long winter because no one believes these Mexican jokes anymore. Let's see. When I was, my very first job, I want to tell you guys about that. My very first job, I walked into college and they're like, do you want to work in a lab? And I'm like, okay, sure. And they're like, we're going to put you in cancer research lab. I'm just a freshman. I could change lives. And they're like, yeah, we're going to have you sterilizing glassware. I'm like, I know that is, but I'm really excited. excited. I find out that sterilizing glassware is a euphemism for washing fucking dishes. That's right, honey. But I'm proud to say I was the highest paid Mexican washing dishes in the city of Indianapolis that year. That's the power of college education, yeah! Same shit job, different pay scale. Oh man. I was thinking about my youth. I was thinking about when I was really little, and I was like, how much enthusiasm we had as kids. Remember when like the best thing that could happen to you was getting a sticker? Oh my God, I would do anything for a sticker. I'd sit still, I'd pay attention to class, I'd do my homework, but I'd take life too seriously. And I'd go like, you know, I'm a serious academic. I don't need to be bribed to do well in school. And so I was like, I set my heart on getting this academic honors diploma thing, and I was like, I took extra Latin and extra science and all this stuff. And graduation day comes, and I'm all like haughty, and I go across the thing, they give me my diploma, looks like everyone else's, except it has a sticker on it. Freaking state of Indiana. Oh my gosh, cheapos. Anyways, oh my gosh, so what's happening? I'm like really thrilled to be here and like not being interrupted constantly. It's pretty nice. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Okay, I learned from my boyfriend. I learned a lot from my boyfriend about comedy. First, you gotta be careful what you say up here. You know, sometimes people don't take a joke. You know, comedy can be dangerous. This is how I learned. My very first time on stage, this is the joke I told. I'd like to thank everyone for making a big deal about my 3-minute performance. Now I know what it's like to be a man. And I thought that joke was over until I went home to my boyfriend. And he's like, why don't you give yourself a 3-minute performance? So I did. I slept great too. But he's pretty cool, and he's really cool with the comedy thing, which I'm really glad. Some people might be weird and jealous about me going out, you know, late at night, coming back at all hours of cash, you know, it's like kind of weird. So, but he's pretty cool about it. There was like this one time that really sealed how wonderful he is for me. We were getting intimate. We'll just say that. We were getting intimate, and he decides at that time to make fun of my house cleaning. And I just stopped. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you want this? Do you want this to happen? And he goes, if the joke is funny enough, it's worth losing the blowjob. And I was like, never so turned on in my life. I love this man. Oh my gosh, that's some awesome stuff. We're going to be together a while. I'm just saying. Man, he's really cool though. When we first got together, we wouldn't get along because we come from 2 different sides of the tracks. Literally, he grew up in a rich neighborhood called Geist, and I grew up 10 feet south of the tracks with a muddy ditch separating my trailer from the tracks. That kind of a difference, right? Which wasn't the problem. The problem was that he thought he had street cred. I was like, no, you're a big white guy, you don't have any street cred, you work in IT for crying out loud. And he was like, no, you don't understand. I didn't grow up in the part of guys with the mansions. I grew up in the part of guys known as the servants' quarters. Oh, really? Only a spoiled-ass rich kid would call a 4-bedroom brick house with a skylight servants' quarters. You know what we call skylight the trailer park? Tornado damage! I have this issue with like pharmaceutical companies. Like sometimes it just seems like they don't care about the people they're trying to serve. I saw a package of PMS pills that says, "Do not take if you have a prostate problem." How about do not take if you have a prostate? Because I'm right there. And they vacuum pack diarrhea pills sometimes. You gotta have scissors to get into those things. And that's not right. I cannot MacGyver my way into shit right now. Okay? That is rude. That's disgusting. I'm not doing it. Alright? And then you have this company that sells diabetes products. Diabetes is their business. They decided to raise money for the Diabetes Association by having a bake sale. That's great. Next month, let's sell cigarettes for the American Lung Association. Association called up at the Epilepsy Light Show. One day when I make it big, I'm going to tell that joke and we're going to have like a real light show. It'll be awesome. Yeah. Oh gosh. And then you have the scam things, the things I can't believe that anybody would actually buy. I heard a radio ad for cream that if you run a man's, it's supposed to get bigger. Take Vaseline, breathe into that secret formula. If you take something creamy rub it down there, it's supposed to get bigger, right? As a matter of fact, I am a scientist. We get some sour cream and a volunteer, we can solve this mystery tonight. Yes. The Gaslight Inn would like to present a disclaimer saying, please do not approach Jeanette with sour cream after the show. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Enjoy the show. Take your wigs now. Okay, now that's done. I have to say it because it's happened before. So, yeah. Anyways, how many here hate opening presents in front of the person that got it for you? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, yes, okay. Testify, okay. We can testify? Where am I from? I'm Catholic, for crying out loud. We don't testify, okay? People get killed when Catholics testify, okay? Somebody write that the fuck down. Oh my God. Thank you. That was weird. I just moved. Anyway, okay. My family, they give me nice gifts, but they're not appropriate gifts for me. And it's too much pressure because I have sisters, and if you make the wrong face, they will hate you for the rest of the year, okay? But they're not appropriate gifts for me. Last year I got a Wii, I don't know, the television set. They got me earrings, my ears are not pierced. I told my mom I was having trouble paying my utility bills, and she got me a candle holder. No candle, just the candle holder. She asked if I liked it, and I said, well, when I save the money for the candle, I'll have Pete again. Yeah. Oh man, but okay, I'm going to share this with you before I go. I got the weirdest gifts, it might have been my fault too. I got the weirdest gifts. Okay, your birthday's supposed to be the, I'm excited you're alive. This is a token that makes me think of you. And my boyfriend ordered 3 gifts for me off of the internet. I'm like, oh, it's off the internet. You can do anything in the world. Anything in the world. And I opened the gift, and it's 3 vibrators. I looked at them, I looked at him, I looked at them, I looked at him, and I'm like, are these parting gifts? Have we given up completely on this adventure? Oh, and it was the cheapest crap, too. Oh my gosh, it was so, oh my god. This one had a heating feature, which was just the light and the tip. Oh my gosh, it was awful. Although I did have a lot of fun chasing him around the house. And I love it that I can tell the age of the audience, whether you get the E.T. joke or the Harry Potter joke. Like, it's a vibe. It's really cool. All right. So my boyfriend has multiple sclerosis, and it's kind of weird. You got to do different things when you find out somebody's got a serious disease. I had to get rid of my game of operation. Because every time he makes a mistake, I'm like, is that a symptom? Is that a symptom? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, it's really rough. It's kind of a scary thing. And then like I have selfish moments where I'm like really worried. I'm like, like, when is his penis gonna stop working? Like it makes me nervous, So try to cope with all the stress of this. I treat every erection like it's Pokemon. I've got to catch them all. Yeah. I don't even get mad when I catch him masturbating. I'm just glad we caught it before it was gone. You know what I mean? You cope, you laugh and you cry, right? You laugh and you cry. Oh man. I'm nervous though because he's getting glasses really soon, which means he's going to be able to see things really well, including me. And I haven't been completely honest with him. He thinks I'm a Filipino, said I could join twins. I don't pick up the floor, just spray paint things to match the carpet. I have never scrubbed my bathroom. I just slice lemon so it smells fresh. And he thinks we have a cat named Steve, and it's really a kid from another relationship. Steve's like, Mommy, and I'm like, show him her. He's paying the rent. I'm Jeanette Perez, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Several of you know Reverend Jeff is here, and our buddy Jeff Hoskill is in the house here. We expect him to be here, and we don't normally just drag him up here and make him tell jokes, but it's too freaking funny not to. And if you would, a big round of applause for a friend for many years. Give it up for Jeff Hoskill.
Ned and Mark. Good ones of mine. Oh, VURN. Hi. Hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome to 5 minutes of disappointment. I do landscaping. I tried to outwork a Mexican today. I lost. I wish that was a joke, sir. That is my life. Actually, I tried to outwork 3 Mexicans and I lost 3 times. Yeah. Triple loser. I found this out quite by accident. Marijuana floats. If you drop it in your toilet. Found this out quite not by accident. Tastes like shit when you smoke it. Semi-full of dirt, sir. Shoveled every. Oh. Are we allowed to say fuck, Mark?
Yeah, hell yeah.
How was the show? Well, one dude just got out there and stretched for 5 minutes. I wouldn't blame it on going to the game, sir. I wouldn't stretch. Maybe I do this backstage. Followed up with Taekwondo class, sir. Taekwondo. I'm taking Taekwondo at 40. Next oldest kid in my class, 8. Got the gaslight on Tuesday. Life's going well. At the end, I tried to outwork a Mexican today. I lost. My body's sore, and I take Taekwondo with a bunch of 8-year-olds. And lost there. It's not even a competition, when they're all laughing at you if you're losing. Oh yeah, and I found out quite by accident if you drop weed in your toilet, it smokes. Alright, for close. And it smokes. I would wait for it to dry out first. That's what else was I? I live in Washington and rural. Jeanette was bragging about living in Greenwood. Show off. We have a crosswalk. Bucket. Show off. Run. Run and you might not get hit. I had this happen a few months ago, sir. I played a prison in LaGrange, Kentucky. Maximum security. I performed for around 700 men without shirts. Terrifying. The only way to describe it. I get home, I'm smoking on my front porch. It's 3 in the morning. Lady walking down Rural Street. I don't walk down Rural Street at 3 in the morning on a Wednesday. Lady should not be walking down. She comes up to my fence, which reminded me of why I hadn't installed it in the first place. She asked me for a cigarette. It's just easier to give her a cigarette. I go down, I hand her a cigarette, and she goes, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" I'm like, "I'm smoking on my front porch because I'm not a hillbilly." "What are you up to?" She goes, "I'm just bored out wandering." "Yeah, that's what what most women do at 3 in the morning on a Tuesday. Working on my glutes. She goes, do you like to party? I'm like, fucking look at me. She goes, I'll give you a blowjob for $10. I was like, ooh, that kind of party. No. No. And I started thinking, what the hell that she would think that I would want to attend? Why would she? And then I remembered what I looked like, and I was like, yeah, I look like a $10. And I thought to myself, do I have $10? I knew she was classy though because she would not take 2 rolls of dimes. I got my electricity turned off the other day. Have you ever had that happen, sir? No. Yeah, he fucking show off. I didn't do it on purpose. Like, I just came home, it was off, and I was like, oh, that's what they kept on sending those letters about. And my neighbor, nice enough to let me borrow his electricity. So I went and got some extension cord. Unfortunately, it was my neighbor that lived about 1.5 miles down the road. I had to buy 92 extension cords, cost $1,100. You ready, Jerry? I'm finishing up, baby. I'm on a date tonight. It's going well. Why don't you do some time and ruin your chances of getting laid? Not real brick. Not real brick.
You need one of those now. You do. You gotta take one.
I don't have any pictures of me in front of any walls with brick on them.
Or framed.
Oh, well, fuck, I don't know how to sing. It's new, I'm 40, I don't know. Do you have the basic phone, sir? You should get one. They can send you naked pictures on it. My friend Bob does that all the time. He's got an eggplant for a cock. I'm getting out of here. I will, you guys, man, this is so much fun. I haven't been here before. I'm gonna hopefully come back here at the end of the month and headline. But after this, I'm done. I'm guessing the offer's rescinded. Did I do something properly? I'm so dumb anymore. You like gummy bears? I like one of those. Do you? You like gummy bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, you know? He's wearing an Orange County Chopper shirt. He is anti-gummy. That sounds like shit for pretty boys. I want to put something in my mouth and be pussy. I love gummy bears, sir. That's the whole point of this. I love gummy bears. I love gummy worms. Not a fan of the gummy sharks, surprisingly enough. But my son likes them, and so they're usually around the house. We, as American citizens, love to take terrifying creatures, shrink them down into a gelatinous substance, and chew the shit out of them. Gummy sharks are terrifying. Gummy worms for most people. Gummy bears. Fuck a bear. Fucking make it. Oh, delicious. No, I like bears. So I think we should do that with like other things we hate. Like we're in the Midwest. Gays. How about some gummy gays? They're often stuffed ass to mouth, but they're still delicious. hate Rush Limbaugh. How about some gumballs? Oh, it tastes like hate and bigotry. Delicious. All right, I can't end on that. I've been thinking about getting some cosmetic surgery done. Thinking about getting some work done on my beer gut. I know what you're thinking. You'd start there, Jeff. Yeah, I would. You right here. I would get it removed and replaced with a kangaroo pouch. That way I'm going to Lucas Oil Stadium. I don't want to spend $1,000 on nachos, load that fucker full, sneak through security. Nacho time. So after the show tonight, because I'm sure my date's probably left by now, I go home with you girls. We're partying at the house party. Getting crazy on a Tuesday night on the near south side. All of a sudden, I hear a girl go, "I love a dude with the six-pack. I'm about to spit off ice, bitch." Oh, no? Okay. You know what? I'm leaving it on that. Leave it on the road, though.
We'll be back as a headliner here when he's not so sore. Our headliner next week, keeping this Bob and Tom thing going, is a favorite son of the Bob and Tom these days. Our headliner will be none other than Mr. Jeff Boder. I used to be in that Bob and Tom thing, you know. I let my membership lapse. I saw Tom 23 years later. He says, I apologized to him for being a fallen down drug. You know, I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you fire me." He said, "Mark, we never fired you. You just quit showing up." Good story. But we have some wonderful shows planned for you, and are you ready for your headliner at this point? I came in here last week, and I've known him for years, and he tore the place up. He got fucking, he got scream laughs, and you know, now you're getting paid. Where'd he go? He ran out. There he is.
I told you to wait till after pay.
Yeah. Stupid me. Ladies and gentlemen, the utterly outrageous and very clever, good old friend of the Nervous VURN and MUNCHI show, please welcome Gerry Gobel.
Well, sorry about that disappointment. This show. Were you guys here last week? Did you see the old lady? Man, she fucked my brains out. It's a shame she died in the bondage gear. That's right. Should have picked a more intelligible safe word. I don't know. Someone from senior citizens. Reminds me of the first time I had sex, actually. So I didn't have enough money for the tube hooker. I could only afford a mom. So it's sort of the same thing. Creepy. But you know, another snuff film. Go figure. Go figure. So you guys done with the NCAA tournament finally? Is it over? Finally done. I got pushed back. I'm a little tired. I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning last night. Finished the open mic at the Mousetrap. Just got pushed back. There's a bunch of mongoloids needing to bounce the ball around for an entire evening. They pushed us back. It was great. It was awesome. I was like 60 to 54. That was the score. It was like the girls' team. It was nice to be pushed back for that. UConn. That's pretty much, you know, what they are with their records. UConn. It's, no. Okay. Did we oversell the I suck part of the show or what? I don't know. So, just done with it. You know what I think they should do? Make the NCAA little tournament a little more interesting to guys like me who aren't jocks. Make these assholes read a book before the show, live, in front of everybody. Show it's about education. Come on, dumbass, read a book. See, Dick, run. Oh, this is the one about not raping the sorority girls and getting gonorrhea later. Oh, this is great. I hate sports, jockos. I got a brain in my head. I smoke weed. There's no possible way I'd ever play sports. You know, and then they always want you to get in the shower with them afterwards. I always wondered about that in high school. Like, why did you shower with the team, Gobel? I don't know, I'm not gay, I guess. I don't know. Just kind of don't know if I, you know. I got screams last week because I stabbed him. But, just kidding. Jeez, that kind of sucks. Do you know if you play the board game Operation without batteries, you're actually playing Autopsy? That's true. You win, you get to be Quincy or Dexter, depending on how old you are. Yeah, if you do the Dexter thing, it's a bitch because you got to saw the board up at the end of the game and throw it in the ocean. So, and, played that game as a kid. It's the worst travel game ever. It's horrible. We weren't even out of the dryer. It was like, over there yet? Over there yet? Over there yet? You know, we got to work on a live clown again after that. Take me out of medical school. Here we are. Thank you. Working the stage. Yeah, what pisses me off is I know my folks were playing the game behind my back. That's what really pisses me off. Betrayal is what that is. Because I sneak up to their door every night and I listen in and I hear, over there, yeah. Over there, yeah. Over there, yeah. I just want to play, man. I don't know. Why we gotta move to Kentucky? I don't know. What's an edible complex? I don't know. One of you guys are gonna die. That's all I know. A little on edge. I got busted. I don't know if I covered this last week, but I've been off of weed since last Wednesday, so I haven't even made it a full week and I'm ready to kill people. And, could get a little tense. If the show goes badly towards the end, just understand it's nothing personal. It's just me not able to self-medicate because the government can't seem to leave it alone. They want to prescribe me with the suicide pills. I mean, the happy pills. I'm sorry. Just because there's, you know, guys dying all over the place, but they're real happy about it. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. You know, can't smoke my weed. Can't get in touch with my gods. I got to straighten up. This is what you get. This isn't good. Look at this. They're like John Travolta haircut, my Gollum's half brother. This isn't cool. This is bad. My precious, my precious. It's nice that the background looks like, you know, like you're standing outside a window. Like this is the suicide ledge. Right before you jump. Oh, I got screams last week. Oh, he was funny. Hey, we love all these Bob and Tom guys, but this next guy hasn't gotten on Bob and Tom. He couldn't eat today. But hey, Gerry Gobel. The only athletics I'm good at is suicide. I figured that out. I'm a Polish Harry Carey guy. Go figure. You know, if you guys tell the cops that you're high, they'll clean out your car. They will, they want to. They come out 3 or 4 squad cars deep. They got nothing better to do. There's a Steak and Shake empty somewhere in Indianapolis, that's all I know. Line up like Mary Maids. They got in a row, they can see the lights under the dashboards, they clean the ashtrays, the glove compartments, the insides of the tires. You know? It's the best fucking clean job I've ever gotten. I'm saving tons of money at the car wash, man. That's it, $10 a week that Mike's car wash pays off. Man. Just make sure you're not holding, you know. That's awkward. Like to help the cops out when they do it. I figure it's public service, you know, because I can't tip them because that's a bribe, you know. So I'm like, the last guy's like, boy, this car is a pigsty. I'm like, great, I guess you won't have any trouble finding your way around that way, officer. And that's exactly the noise I made at the cavity search. That was it. They need to warm his hands up. They need a good warm. Roadside checks are the worst. No love at all, you know. But on the positive side, no polyps. Cancer free. I got it going on. I'm not gonna die. Comedian health insurance is what that is. Obamacare is signing up for health care. Are you kidding me? I get it for free on the roadside. Cops factor very heavily in my life. I mean, really. That's my retirement plan is death by cop. It is. Or police-assisted suicide is the technical term. I'll be downtown with a cat gun pretending to have Asperger's Center and wait for the SWAT team to take me down. That's how it's going to go out. Oh my God, they shot John Travolta. Holy shit! That's why I want to do the dance move at the end to really sell the bit. Kelly Preston will be thrilled. She'll be like, finally! He shot that faggot. Oh, great. Oh, come on. Let's say, you know, right. Come on, right?
That'd be fun.
Right? Yeah, whatever. You know. You guys mind about you know? I get cotton mouth sometimes now that I don't smoke weed. Isn't that ironic? I'm dyslexic. I have no idea. I don't know, kind of in a bad way, really. You know, I can't even get off anymore unless I'm choking myself with a little demo tape. It's a good opener, it's on. 10-minute set, 10-minute set, 10-minute set. Let's do this. Sometimes I'll stretch out before I play the tape. I will. I'm all good with that. Heart being me. You guys watch movies a lot? I watch a lot of movies because I don't have any kind of relationship thing because of this. So it gets a lot of movie time. I get to watch lots of movies, and the problem I found out is the older I get, the worse my attitude is towards the movies. I mean, because I don't enjoy anything anymore. I have a tendency to just shoot holes in everything. I mean, you go back to like Star Wars stuff. I used to really dig Star Wars. That was kind of my thing because I was a geek that was getting laid. I had action figures. I could pretend, you know, Princess Leia's getting it on the hand, and I'm letting you Falcon. Oh boy! Oh, here comes Snaggletooth. Oh, he's in for it. Oh, Greedo's going to shoot first. No. So, but I got jaded, man. It's like, you know, I used to think Yoda was a badass, right? That was kind of my spiritual guide. I would, you know, was thinking that's kind of my hero, my mentor. And you know, when you see him in Empire Strikes Back, he's old, he's dying, you know, and you kind of think, wow, I really like to see what he's like when he was badass, because he's supposed to be this badass, right? Really like to see that. And then you get to see that. And it sucks. It's horrible. You see Yoda for the first time kicking ass. He's got a cane. He gimps into the room, throws the cane down, has the greatest sword fight ever, bouncing off stuff, things are going all over the place, he's lifting things with his mind. It's amazing. And then when it's done, he stops and he picks up the cane and starts limping again. Yoda's into insurance fraud. What an asshole. I was just like, you know, okay, you got Einstein's eyes, but you're a fucking dick, man. This is horrible. See, later he's got a little floaty chair with a cup holder. What the fuck is that all about? You can use the force to hold the cup, asshole, and you can fly but put the force on your feet. That's really, what a dick. It's like Space Obama paid for it. He just took the thing. I don't know. Yes. And I understand why Anakin Skywalker killed everyone. I totally get it. Going through puberty with a bunch of guys that can read your mind, you can't go wank it on your own in private. What's going on there? I'm thinking you're having the wrong feelings there, Anakin. Oh, God, I just want to rub one out. I want to rub one out, or I'm going to rub you all out. Other assholes in movies, my favorite other asshole would have to be Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, right? Raging dick. Horrible. And I don't mean this, the remake, not the Michael Jackson Chomo remake. Not that one. But the first one, the G, you know, Wild Hour. Yeah, because, well, for instance, you got Charlie, he's this little kid, he's borderline starvation, right? He's hustling gutters looking for quarters. He's selling bread for food. He finally gets the golden ticket. He runs home, shows it to Grandpa Joe. What's the first thing that happens? Grandpa Joe can dance. He gets up and does a little sharp thing. He knows where his pants are. He knows where his pants are. They're not covered up with anything. You've been on your ass for 20 years and there's nothing on top of it. Really, Joe? Come on, you fucking dick. Go get, you know? Horrible asshole. And then they go to the chocolate factory. Who's the first guy that's trying to blow the gig for Charlie? Joe. Fizzy lifting drink, Charlie, take a hit. Come on! It's only industrial espionage. Fuck it, it's only your future. Take a hit. Glug, glug, glug. Floating around the room. If it was realistic, Grandpa Joe's an old guy. I'm sure his bowels are loose. There's no way Belch would have come out before a fart. There's no way. In a perfect world, he would have let it rip at the right moment and been shot right into the blades, just like a. Oh, I'm a horrible person, Charlie. Oh my God! Blood streaking the tubes. You know, that would be awesome. Of course, the Oompa Loompas would have to clean it up, of course, but, you know, they're kind of a slave race. They live completely inside the factory. They paint completely on chocolate, which is why they're orange, because they're past jaundice at this point. They're all diabetic. They're all like, the reason their growth's been stunted, they've been living on chocolate their entire lives. This is horrible. And they're treated like steakhouse employees. You know, like every time there's a fat kid stuck in a tube, just like a Chuck E. Cheese, they gotta break out a song and dance. It's a horrible existence for the Oompa Loompas. I hate it. But I knew they're union, though, so they got some good benefits. Well, I know they're union because they're always paying their doopity dues. That's one way to go for the two. I'm trying to be friendly and get a scream laugh. Jerry with the hot room in the quarter pocket. No. Kiss is getting in the Hall of Fame for music. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah. What a bunch of dicks. I used to love Kiss. Now they're just a bunch of assholes. Gene Simmons is like the worst person in the world.
No.
Isn't he? He like sells everything. Everybody's like, oh, here's a casket. Here's my Kiss casket. Look, you can get a Kiss casket. It's got Kiss all over it. There's a car battery in it that plays all the Kiss songs over and over again while they lower you in the grave so you can kiss your ass goodbye. And that's real. That's 15 grand. That's a lot of money. I do a lot of funeral pre-planning because I'm suicidal. And I get coupons from Valpak. They send me stuff every once in a while. You save $500 off on a cremation, and I keep thinking there's an expiration date. Maybe I should follow up on it and save $1, you know? But you guys can shop for any kind of coffin you want. You know that? There's a ton of rock and roll coffins out there that you can get. I mean, the Kiss one's just the tip of the iceberg. You want to get one for cremation, you can get the Rage Against the Machine cremation casket so you can sleep down on the fire. It's still kind of expensive. It's out of my price range. I can only afford the G.G. Allen. You guys know what G.G. Allen is? Okay, you might think this. For those of you who don't know, G.G. Allen was back in the 80s, he was a punk rock guy. He looked like Charles Manson if you shaved him and lubed him up and put a G-string on him, and then basically what he'd do on stage is he'd roll around in his own poop. That was G.G. Allen. So when I found out there was a G.G. Allen burial plan, I was like, what's the G.G. Allen? And it's really kind of cool. And it's cheap, too. Basically, what happens is when you die, they wrap you in brown paper and take you to a predetermined porch of your own choosing, set you on fire, and ring the doorbell. Oh, it's gold! Oh, yeah. That's the worst stuff ever. Worst Canadian ever. Only scream you're getting, Gobel. Only scream you're getting. On the positive side, I get to keep my body parts in the little porcupine thing they used to scrape mud off on the front of their sports. I'll be in that. Really, it's like $15 a part. I'm going to multiple places. I got a lot of people to pay back. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm not, John Panette, boy, that's a guy who can get a lot for that by the pound. So, I don't know. Only the comedians care about that. And the only reason comedians care about that is because it's job openings. Ow! Yeah, ow. Yeah, right. If I were going to redo Star Wars, I'd cut John Panette open and sleep in him overnight to get his game. I would wear him like a suit, and I would go, where's the show? comedian cosplay. Shit. I think I need 2 copies actually to work that one. It's one of those, you know, bigger costumes. Is that a little too creepy? There's a light in my face. I'm having flashbacks to the pickup point where I got arrested a couple weeks ago. Yeah, just need a blue light. That would settle the scene. So, yeah, I got popped for possession, paraphernalia. Little tiny bit. I had a 1-hitter, little tiny cup. Look, basically, you know, remnants. There was nothing left. And when the cops busted me, they were like, wanting me to turn state's evidence. You want to tell us where you got it? Like, hell no. Yeah, like I want to get killed. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm going to rat on a drug dealer for like less than $1 worth of weed. Are you kidding me? No, I'm also stupid. I don't get scream laughs, but I'm also stupid. Yeah, that's me. The only screaming I'll be doing is in prison while I'm being penetrated by Thor. You know, I mean, welcome to the Aryan Society, Mr. Gobel. Well, it's close enough. That's I guess. I've been an opener on many shows before. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But, yeah. So, you know, so the first thing that happened with my, you know, as I get older, I find out I just give less of a fuck every day. And so the cops trying to get me to turn on somebody here, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I had a gig the night before. A place called PJ O'Keefe's in Zionsville. And I'm a comedian, officer. I had such an amazingly great show. I'm screaming last show. I had an amazing show, sir. So amazing that this guy wanted to smoke me out. I don't even remember what he looked like because I don't smoke that marijuana stuff that much. I'm glad we didn't shoot it. And he just said, I don't want to travel with him. He gave it to me. So the mysterious one-armed man and PJ O'Keefe's giving me this weed. I'm just a 46-year-old failure and blah, 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 midlife crisis, blah, blah, blah. I'm dancing like a motherfucker in the police windows. I'm flashing back to all the police, you know, the murder porn you see on TV, you know, with the husbands and wives killing each other repeatedly over and over. Every TV show basically on now, reality show. Yeah, so I'm thinking back to it, and the first thing I remember was my training from watching those shows was, if you act calm when you're busted, they know you're guilty. Right? So it's cold, I'm hanging on the front of this cop's car, and I'm just grabbing this cold wine, this cold night. And I'm shaking and acting like, oh, I'm a loser! A 46-year-old man! Just gave my kid to my ex-wife! I'm having some trouble! Ooh, this is the worst, sir! This is just the worst. Did I mention I'm helping take care of my sick father? Did I mention that? I've got an invalid father that I need to help take care of. Yep, I'm a humanitarian, sir. And then he gave me a ticket and let me go. This is better than an Oscar as far as I'm concerned. Fuck that. I put off the anal invasion for at least till the 16th when I have my court date. And, you know, I'm just like, was amazed. And then when I got back into my car, I found the bowl that I actually was smoking out of before. Right, not the 1-hitter. And it was stashed down the side of the seat. And I kept thinking, what kind of fucking cops are we training here? What a guy. And he was a canine unit. How did you not? I know, right? I can't wait till it's legal. I can't wait. So many job skills are going to disappear. In the future, when weed is legalized, there's a bunch of shit that's going to change. Nobody's going to know how to roll a joint. Right? Because that's a skill you do because you have to. Once it's pre-rolled, you know, the Camel 1000s pop out. You know what I mean? Because they're going to be the guys that take it over, right? The guys that have been giving you cancer all this time, they're going to figure out a way to poison marijuana. And, you know, this is what they do. You know, right? So we'll forget how to do that. And we'll forget how to make a bong out of an apple. And we'll forget how to, you know, we're going to forget how to build bongs in the first place. I mean, shit, every carpenter I know, every contractor I know is a stoner simply because they got started learning how to build bongs. That's how you start. Right? At some point, you get master craftsman level when you build a house. And you go, I can smoke my stuff in the house with my bong. And it's like, you know, it's progressive and just a little at a time. First level, you're a 1-hitter. 10th level, you're doing bongs. You know, by the time you're level 20, you're ready to make a split level duplex. You're ready. I consider myself a veteran of the drug war. I do. 20 years. I've been smoking since I was 27. It's not. I got into the game late. You know, I I'm kind of like Colonel Kurtz. I signed up late in the game because I wanted to fight for a team I knew was going to win. And, we're winning. We're winning big time. I'm like a Shea Guevara, bro. I am. I saved all my seeds. I used to be, when I started out, I used to buy a lot of weed from black guys who made up for slave reparations on my ass. And yeah, they sold me this fucking, I call it pomegranate weed, which is basically when you twist it, it's nothing but seeds. You know, you just. What the fuck am I gonna do with this? I can't make maracas. I mean, Jesus. We're gonna get out and barrel the seeds. I don't know. What am I doing? So, there was a point in time I worked for McNamara Flowers, a subsidiary of Marsh Corporation. Yeah, I know, fuck them. And so what I would do is I'd drive around in the McNamara truck with a big old bag of seeds with me, because a flower guy with seeds isn't that unusual. You know, so it was like kind of a big cover story. And did you know the governor's mansion is on Meridian, like about 30th Street or so? And I would have to do flower deliveries there. So his front lawn was littered. I was like, tossing seed left and right. I was like Charles England. I was tell half a pint to bring it in the bag. We call it a half pint because that's how much to drink before I'm molested. Come on! Come on, bring the seeds. Throw the seeds. Do you know there was an adopted median on Virginia Avenue that the state police have adopted? Seeds! I don't care if it grows. I don't give a shit if it grows. I just want a flower or a weed to sprout and let you know you're losing badly. This is going horribly for you. It's like John Holmes. I spread my seed everywhere. It was everywhere. Great. So you guys want to give me $1 later, that'd be great. Support a veteran? Can you support a veteran? I'm crazy. Yeah. I think so. I would say that's probably the mushrooms. That's probably, you know, if you do mushrooms, I know I talk a lot about drugs because I love them. And consider it a hobby. Some people like, you know, macrame. Some people like to watch a bunch of goons dribble a basketball back and forth with brackets and shit. You know, and really all that is that's validation on your failed high school career as a basketball player, really. I mean, let's face it. If we're going to break it down, let's face it, the only reason anybody watches sports is because they really secretly trying to live through these people who would never talk to you in real life. Unless you're cute and hot, in which case I'll probably rape you. And, you know, you come. So, whatever, fuck them. They're gonna get rich. They're gonna get whatever. I'm gonna be performing at Uncle Bucky's Chuckle Hut next week, probably.
How'd you get that?
Sucking a lot, dude. I learned a lot in drill. Suck and blow. Whatever it takes to get the blow. It's not about the money, it's about the gig. It really is. I'm game for comedy. I'm game. Where do you go from there? The mushrooms. Okay, so if you are going to do drugs, all I got to tell you is to do drugs responsibly. Don't be an idiot. That's the biggest problem. People go out and do drugs and do really stupid shit. Usually there's a baby in a deep fryer somewhere because Bob didn't know what to do with it. You know, you didn't know. Wait, you're screwing up for the rest of us. Come on. Trying to fly my pineal gland, motherfucker, and you're fucking with me.
Thank you.
So like the last time I did mushrooms was a couple weeks ago before the arrest, and I got a real good deal, $60 for a lot. And so I was doing it, but you know I was staying with my mom, and I figured she was going to come home earlier than she would, so I took them when I figured she was coming home, and then she came home later. And by the time she came home, I was really peeking. Which is a bad thing, because she didn't know I was doing it. I was in my bedroom doing the whole Apocalypse Now, fighting the demons thing, you know, in my underwear, right? Going, holy shit, I got a lot of problems. $60 doesn't make me a better person. No, it just validates what I already know. I suck. I suck. And at the point, my eyeballs were huge. I'm like, oh my God, dude. And then there's the knock at my door. Jerry, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh fuck, it's Mom. And so basically, I threw on my house coat and pretended she caught me jacking off. That was my cover story. It was pretending to jack off. So I'm like, oh jeez, I don't want you to see my eyes. So what I did was I ran into the bathroom, pretending, because I had to take a shower because I just jacked off, right? So there was the logic. So I had to go take a shower. Now, when you're on mushrooms and you are in a shower, well, you go to the bathroom first up. Make sure you clean your bathroom if you're doing mushrooms. That shit gets real vivid real quick. You start, there ain't no scrubbing bubbles that's going to save you from the shit that's There's pools of immaculate yellow looking at you saying, you got shitty game. And, yeah, really, that's exactly it. So, and also if you have a black shower curtain, do not get in the shower. Because the light coming through the black curtain will make the water look red. So for 20 minutes, I bathed in my own blood in the shower, trying to cover my story, trying to figure out how to get out of it. So use your drugs responsibly, folks. There could be consequences. No, there aren't. Does that make you guys uncomfortable? It's a little too much. I mean, it killed my AA meeting. They were like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know, right? So, that's why I better go lighthearted. That's a little So I got to see that Lone Ranger movie finally. That was kind of cool. Because I wondered how Disney was going to handle genocide. Really. Apparently it was a big hit. They're going to retool Frontierland into Manifest Destiny Land. Bring the kids in for a free smallpox blanket. They can share with their friends. Come on down. Manifest Destiny Land. Best part's the closing ceremony. That's where they force the indigenous workers of the compound out of it. And they call them the Trail of Tears Dancers. And they leave to a medley of Neil Diamond songs. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. It's crazy. You got to take a drug test to work at Disneyland. You know that? It's crazy. You have to take a drug test so you can dress up like Dopey. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Going to the Magic Kingdom of Snow White. Oh yeah, no drug references there at all. You guys know how Disney got started, right? Walt Disney? This whole thing, how he created Mickey Mouse. He was on a coke bender. Do you know that? 1920s. It is a fact. 1920s. Back when you could buy a barrel full of cocaine for $1. Rick James proportions, you know what I mean? So apparently Walt had blown all of his pencil money on coke. A huge quantity of coke. And he was desperate, sitting in his little room, thinking, I gotta come up with something to make some money, because my God, this cartoonish shit is not working out. And then, as fate would have it, a tiny little mouse walked out. And this is how I perceive that night to have happened. Dude, there's a mouse looking at me! He should be wearing gloves. They're filthy animals. They're horribly filthy. They're like Jews. They're just like Jews. I can't stand them. Obviously, he's going to have enemies, right? A giant rat is going to have enemies. What's going to happen? Sailors. Sailors hate giant rats because they chew through the riggings. But who would be the best sailor? A duck. A duck would be the best because he's his own navy. He just gets up and gets in the water and he's ready to rock. And he's got anger problems and a girlfriend who's a quack hole, and oh God, I think somebody slipped me a Mickey. I got a better reaction to my AA meeting, I swear. That was like, bravo, sir, bravo. How much time? Where are we at? The time-space continuum has collapsed upon me. Okay, that's cool. Oh, fuck. We're going to do that again? All right. I didn't realize this was a snuff show. 15? Okay. I can do that. I can do 15? Can I do 15? Yeah. Yeah, are you still with me? Yeah. Are you still with me, sir? You give me that look like you're going to be my probation officer. You're like, dude, really? You fucking commit. You admitted in front of everyone, but it's comedy, sir. It's a joke. Yeah, that's my defense. So, you used to be married, obviously. Right? This is what you get. Not a good thing for me. Somebody lost the money. Let's go. Hey, throw it up here. I'll take whatever I can get from the show at this point. I plan on robbing the bar later. No, really, I am. I'm going to do it. This is a John Dillinger bar, for Christ's sakes. I'm going to do some crime because that's what John would want. I was walking down the hallway and John Dillinger's phantom pecker kept hitting me in the head. He was like, dude, you going to rob a place? Yeah, John, another one. I'll take it to the vortex in the basement, all right? Oh, God. Dillinger, Christ. Johnny Depp makes a movie about the guy and it goes right to his fucking head. And I don't mean that one that's floating behind my head. All I know is my dick's never going to wind up in the Smithsonian. You guys know that? John Dillinger was well endowed. Johnny Carson endowed. Well done. Victim mature. They took his wiener and put it in the Smithsonian. Roddy McDowell, yeah. With a passive aggressive, we're not sure it's a heterosexual penis. The Planet of the Apes thing. You ruined it! You ruined it! You bastard! You cut it off! Well, hell, I feel like we should do some Mickey Rooney material. Why not? Let's. The human ferret. Yeah. That guy fucked more thing. I think my guy. I think that's what kept Mickey Rooney alive. Once he ran out of things to fuck, he died. That was Andy Harnell. Of course, I had that kind of luck. I had the one and done. Found out she was banging guys behind my back. Yeah. I never thrown in my back. That was awkward. Yeah, that's the problem with Facebook, and now you can prove shit. That's why I kind of wish things were back in like the 1920s, where you could always had that reasonable doubt. Now you find pictures. A guy will send his dick back to you, and you know. So I had this one party I was going to one night when I found out my old lady was cheating on me, right? So, and we kind of had off and on again problem, but she got this message, and there was a photo attachment. And we were going to a party. It was Otto's party. I don't know if you guys know Otto. Otto's, yeah. So I opened it, we opened the window. She's looking at me. It's kind of like one of these bluffing things. She's hoping it's not what she thinks it is, and I'm hoping it's not what I think it is. But we opened it anyway, and it was some dude's dick addressed to her. Like she knew it. She knew the guy, right? And my first reaction was that it wasn't erect. I'm like, who sends a pic that's got a soft boner? Who does that? Okay, aren't you showing off? Yeah, exactly. That's the limpest picture you could have sent, sir. I don't know whether to be threatened or call you up and tell you need to get a photographer that knows what he's doing. You need a new cinematographer, sir. Your dick pics are horrible. You don't know how to lay these out. You need to glamour shot these things up a little bit. Puff it up. Puff it up. Or put a stick in it or something. I don't know. So I found this out, and then I went to Otto's party, and of course we're going to the party, and it's a Halloween party, and Otto is, of course, dressed as a mad scientist with a clipboard, which is great. Because it was perfect. because I'm on the verge of having a nervous breakdown, and then we stand in the weed line. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's this nirvana point with smoking weed. There's something called an earthquake hit. When you hit it, it makes the world go wobbly. And you don't really know where you're at for a few seconds. If you're driving a car, it's a real big fucking problem. Am I driving? I don't know. Is it a steering wheel or 2 dicks? I don't know, but something's going wrong. Something's going wrong. So the whole night, I've got this point where my old lady's cheating on me, and Otto's over on the side with his clipboard taking notes. And I'm having a little bit of nervous breakdown on the side, realizing maybe this was a bad week to keep doing drugs. No, it's never a bad week to keep doing drugs. The detox stuff, if you do take the detox stuff to get off of it, makes your urine very yellow. Neon yellow. And at that point, you should probably do mushrooms, because I bet it would look cool as fuck. Anyway. It's whoa, dude, my bowl is a chiaroscuro ocean. I love it. Amazing. The tiny bowl man is drowning in my yellow. Do you guys like impressions?
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually do impressions, I just make bad first ones. You're welcome. Scream about that, motherfuckers. Yeah. Actually, my dad used to do impressions. Well, actually, he used to leave impressions, primarily with his belt. But, we didn't ever see him. We loved the attention. Take it however you can get it, you know what I mean? He had a great impression, though. He used to do Elvis. Every morning he'd get up, go to the bathroom, and die on the toilet. One of the impressions that linger all day. All right, I'm closing up. This is a longer bit of impressions dedicated to my father. That I like to call impressions with belts. Woo! The first impression from the movie Anaconda. Here you go. It's only on the big screen, I assure you. I have choked a pig on it once, though. Yeah, she was here last week. You might have met her. So, here's a little impression called Mr. Rogers on his day off. You can't get off my goddamn lawn! You don't believe me! You're brand new little shit! Brand!
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It makes sense now, doesn't it? So I get speedy delivery parcels every hour. It's been enough time hanging out with Steve from Blues Clues shooting smack and left some kids in his basement. But the guy's name was McFeely for a reason. So, all right. Last impression, if you like that, that's great. If you didn't like that last one, you're going to hate the next 3. It's the last moments of Michael Hutchinson from the next house.
Oh, that's the stuff! The devil inside! The devil inside! Oh.
You guys left me hanging. Not contemporary enough, I'm sorry. Too old, I guess, maybe. Okay, fine. The last moments of David Carey. Here we go.
Oh, that's stuff. Just the pebble grasshopper. Just the pebble grasshopper.
I didn't go over very well. All right, fine. Meet later tonight at my house.
Why did they laugh? Oh, wait a minute, we gotta press play. Oh, that's your opener? Oh, that's not. That's not.
I'm Gerry Gobel.
Gerry Gobel, we're going to have the whole show was just incredible. Every single week, our friends and absolutely, funny people like you've seen on that tonight, they come up here, they tell jokes. This is the coolest little place in Indy to do it, I think. I mean, check out what they've done up here. It's awesome.
Premier above ground, underground comedy night spot.
Say that again.
Is the premier above ground, underground comedy night spot.
It's the coolest underground comedy. For God's sake, don't film that. If you're going to cut, what should we do? Should we do it? What do you want to do?
Cecil B. DeMille over here.
Sign language, something.
It's a sign language, a translator.
Language.
Please come and join us every Tuesday night and support live.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
The Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Goddard. Thank you very much and good night.